Hey y'all, if you're new here, welcome to the channel, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today for episode 5, we are starting summer season of the Let's Play. So day 1 of summer started off with a letter from Joja, and it looks like some kind of stock letter, basically telling us not to shop at Pierre's. Well, joke's on you, Joja. I'm going to be doing exactly that. After the stock letter from Joja, I got started on prepping the newly organized crop field for the seeds I'm planning on buying. I don't have any sprinklers yet, but going to go ahead and format it for when I do finally end up getting some quality sprinklers. I'm hoping that starts to happen this season. Normally, I would hope for a larger crop field at this point, but I'm just comically low on money, so I didn't make the fenced off area too large for summer. But I'll definitely shoot for something bigger for fall. Then, after the crop field was all ready to go, I ran off to Pierre's. Seed buying honestly took me quite a bit of time. I like to have a variety of crops, but I don't also have enough space sectioned off or even enough money to grow some of everything that I would want to at the same time. So to start with, I decided to go with 8 corn seeds, 6 hop starters, 8 blueberry seeds, 8 hot pepper seeds, 8 tomato seeds, and 8 butternut squash seeds. And I did end up having to sell some of my hoarded salmon berries just in order to be able to afford this round of seeds. Then I headed back to the farm to plant the seeds I had just purchased, along with some melon seeds I had in a chest from a museum reward. I realized after planting that I can't count and I still had room for 8 more seeds, so back to Pierre's I went, selling more salmon berries and forage in order to afford 8 more blueberry seeds. Afterwards, I decided to start crafting some machines to get artisan goods going, starting with 2 preserves jars and 1 recycling machine, which I plopped down and then got some trash and strawberries going. I also crafted a crab pot and stuffed some bait in it. The rest of the day was filled with clearing the farm and smelting ore into bars. So all in all, a pretty productive first day of the season. On day 2, I had yet another letter from Joja, which basically just told me that the landslide up by the railroad is going to be cleared tonight. So we'll finally get to check that part of the map out tomorrow. Then, in the late morning, I headed into the mines to try and complete a request I had accepted to kill 16 dust sprites. during this mine strip, I also managed to get some new shoes and also an upgraded weapon. After the mines, I headed over to the Wizard's Tower to complete the quest, getting 960 gold and also getting the Greenhorn achievement. Since I was already down in the area, I decided to take advantage of being by Cindersap and do a little bit of evening foraging before heading back to the farm for the night. And overnight, we heard the explosion noises from Joja. Also, I leveled up in combat. Day 3 began with a visitor. Hello, I'm Susan, the owner of Emerald Farm up at the railroad. I've been trapped up there alone ever since Joja caused the rock slide, so I've got a little bit of cabin fever. Happy to finally meet you, Ainsley. Stop by and visit Emerald Farm when you have the time. I definitely will. Dad also sent us some money in the mail. Thanks, Dad. And Lewis lost his shorts. Typical. So after some farm chores, I headed down to the beach to do some fishing where I spent the majority of the day, and as usual, with full pockets. So quite a few things ended up getting thrown on the ground. And I was on my way to the museum when I saw Lewis confronting Morris outside of Joja, so decided to be nosy and listen in. But there is Morris. Robin's house was struck by several rocks when the landslide was cleared. Susan was shocked by the blast. She wasn't informed of the operation until... Everything is under control and will be fine, Mayor. And what of the garbage Joja dumps into the river, Morris? Willie, our local fisherman, says he's catching Joja seedies. Might I remind you... Oh my, okay, a bunch of legal things. Ah, hello, Ainsley. I was just on my way. Lewis, you need to get a backbone here. Good day, Morris. Joja is paving a way to the greatness in Stardew Valley. It's only a matter of time until we are all united under Joja. That's not creepy at all. So after that weird interaction, I went along my way back to the museum as intended to donate an artifact and free up at least one space of pockets. I guess I thought that would be somewhat helpful. Then I continued my expedition of wasting time and went down to Willie's to sell some fish, and entered into yet another cutscene. Come in, make yourself at home. Aye, that's good stuff there. The fish go crazy for it. Just make sure to wash your hands good after dipping them in those juices. The aroma has been known to linger for up to 7 weeks. Ew. So, you've been catching a lot of fish? Yeah, kind of. Trying to, anyway. A lady after my own heart. You can always count on a lady who fishes. That's what me old pappy used to say. Well, keep it going. If you can catch every fish in these waters, I've got a special prize for you. We will be, Willie. Well, business has been tough lately. It all started about the same time that old community center fell to ruin, but fish don't sell like they used to. I've been working double time just to make ends meet. No time for my own projects. But if things pick back up around here, I might have time to show you something. Yep, she's back there, an old friend that's seen better days. Someday, miss, you'll see what I mean. The very first time I saw that cutscene, I did not realize he was talking about, spoiler alert, a boat, and I thought he just had a human hanging out back there and was very alarmed. So, relieved that it was just a boat. Then, after the cutscene, it was back to fishing. But again, I still have full pockets, so I don't know what my thought process was here. After finding yet another artifact, I went back to the museum to donate that single item. So I don't know if you can sense a trend here with my severe inefficiency in playing this game. Afterwards, I went to go find Pierre and give him a piece of algae that he had requested. Then it was back down to the beach yet again to collect all of the things I had littered on the ground and more fishing. After a long day of fishing, I headed back to the farm and went to bed, but not before selling some of my hoarded fish since I had finally reached level 5 to make a decent bit of cash overnight. Day 4 started with replenishing the preserves jars, which were finally ready. And it looks like making the jam increases the value of strawberries quite a bit, which is nice. Then I rushed over to Robin's because today is a very exciting day. Today I finally am going to be building a coop. And then I'll finally start being able to have farm animals once that gets built. Afterwards, since it's Jazz's birthday, I went to find her and give her a goldfish. And great, my best friend is officially a small child. I was then walking down the path along the beach and ran into a Sophia cutscene on her vineyard. Oh, Ainsley? It's just you? Yep, just me. Sorry, I get startled easily. I get it. So do I. Hey, you're kinda new to farming, so... I want to give you a device as my way of welcoming you to the valley. Follow me to my storage chest. Here, it's a sprinkler. It'll automatically water adjacent crops every day. That is a great gift. I have an order ledger in my crafts room. If you need more, you can purchase sprinklers for me. Amazing. I was so excited about the concept of sprinklers that I ran right inside her house to see how much they were. And honestly, the price is really not that bad. I'm too poor for it right now, but I'm too poor for most things, so that's fair enough. I'll stick to my one free sprinkler for now. I raced right back to the farm to get that placed since I was so excited to finally not have to water at least a couple crops. And then went up to walk around Emerald Farm and this whole area that has been previously off limits. The mod has really done wonders with this place. It is so much more alive and pretty than what it was previously just dirt. I did also check out the bathhouse in here, but nothing too new, so I cut that part out. And it looks like there's a graveyard up here for previous guild members, which is some really cool added lore, as well as a pretty sweet new weapon and some forage. Since I was already in the area, I figured I would stop by the Adventurers Guild. And yet another cutscene. You ventured into the mines with utmost courage, Ainsley. We could use someone with your skills. Do you want to join the Adventurers Guild? Do you swear under oath to protect humanity from monsters and to do everything in your power to uphold the traditions, values, and ideology of the Adventurers Guild? On behalf of Stardew Valley and the Order of the Knights of Pythagoras, I officially accept you as the 23rd member. Yay! As a member of the Adventurers Guild, you will be allowed to purchase rare weapons we commission. There are also bounties and quests you can access from the notice board behind me. Welcome to the Guild, Ainsley. I expect great things from you. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to unlock this cutscene like a while ago because I've had access to this place for quite a bit, but I guess better late than never. I went back and forth on this for a little bit, but I did end up deciding to sell the wooden mallet and keep the swords purely just for the crit stat of it. I also think I'm more of a button masher when it comes to combat, and the clubs and mallets take more actual skill of timing, in my opinion. I then headed down into the mines with my new stabbing device to try and make it down another 5 floors. did end up having to call it quits on level 53 though, as it was getting too late and I hadn't leveled up any skills that day. Day 5 started yet again with another visitor. This time it's Marlin. Morning, Ainsley. Stop by the guild when you have time. Gil wants to talk to you about something. Okay. Susan also sent us some melon seeds, which will be great when I need them for more planting. I then decided to do some fishing down at the Cindersap Lake, as I haven't fished here very much yet. I did mostly find trash, but managed to get a couple of pike, which isn't too bad since they're worth a decent amount. I also just spent some time with the cute little ducks. I like how my bobber blends in with the little ducklings. After a couple hours of fishing, I went to Willie's to sell what I had caught, and then I headed on to Pierre's for quite possibly the most exciting purchase and event of the Let's Play yet. I finally got a backpack upgrade, which I am thrilled about, and I'm sure y'all will be as well, so I will not have as many inventory problems to comment on anymore. After my purchase, I did some fishing in town to try and recoup a little bit of the money I had just spent, and buy some time before people start visiting the saloon tonight. As I got closer to 5, I decided to go ahead and head inside and start saying hi to everybody that was already there, and then greeted everyone else as they entered the saloon. After talking to everybody that typically goes to the saloon on Friday, I headed back home and went to bed. Day 6 was Green Rain Day, so I started with checking the TV to find just static. And then I went outside, and I'm going to cut most of this day because basically all I did was walk around and collected all the fiber I could find to get mixed flower seeds and foraging experience. I also chopped down any of the giant ferns to get fiddlehead ferns that I found, and made sure to go around and talk to everybody. I think this new event from the 1.6 update is so fun, but honestly, it doesn't make for the most riveting content to watch, seeing as how all I really do is go around with my scythe hacking at things. At the end of the day, I did make sure to get some of the flower seeds that I had collected planted, beautifying my fenced off crops just a bit. And I also leveled up in foraging after all of that fiber collecting. Sunday is Queen of the Sauce Day, so we learned a new recipe. And today it was baked fish. After that, I did all the farm chores and then headed to Clint's to get mystery boxes and geodes that I've been hoarding cracked open. I did end up having to go back and forth between Clint's and the museum quite a bit today as I kept running out of inventory space. But I managed to get quite a few items donated and also found some other minerals that I'm going to keep to eventually make clothes with. Staying on trend with the donation theme of the day, I then went to the community center to get a couple of things dropped off before heading up to the mountain lake for some fishing, where I spent the rest of the evening. And that concludes week 1 of summer. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye!